Watcher, welcome to another Dominions 5 video series in which I'm playing EA Relay, because obviously I did so well as MA Relay. Let's have a look at the nation and a couple of things that I think I have to deal with in Pretender design. EA Relay is the time of the aboleths, these fish dudes with tentacles, before the falling star fell and brought the illithids to join us. Because the star hasn't fallen yet, we don't have any meteorite guard. Weirdly, this dude has a meteorite trident. I'm not quite sure why, but he does. The obvious drawback is that all of your mind blasters are aquatic. Fully aquatic, not amphibious, except the Androleth. Unfortunately, he, like his commander equivalent, the Androdi, can only be recruited in coastal forts. How do you get a coastal fort to start with, given that you don't have your mind blasters, and that's a large part of your fighting strategy, stabbing paralyzed people? The second problem I see is that, like MA Relay, we have these labor guards, which are great. They have extremely high morale and very low upkeep, and they're very cheap to recruit in both gold and resources. Great troops, except they're also magical, which makes them susceptible to certain weapons, sure, but you'll notice that your leaders, apart from the guys who only swim, are not magic leaders. This is a bit of a pain because it would be nice to lead a huge army of Lobo Guard onto land and subsume some poor innocent Indies so that you can establish a coastal enclave and then get started with making an android. So when it comes to Pretender design, I decided there was no way I could not take at least a point in air, because the only way to get on land is with the Amulet of the Fish. This game is not playing with the Worthy Heroes mod, which has a national hero that overcomes that by having an air and a water path. Nobody else does. So it's got to go on the Pretender, I reckon. I'm also inclined to take Arcane Leadership, so that at least my prophet can bring some more Lobo Guard with him. Otherwise, he might be stuck with just rubbish. The other problem we have is peculiar to this game. When I signed up for the game, I signed up as a EA Relay because I wanted to try it. Shortly thereafter, another player decided to play Therados. The game only allows 2 underwater nations, and Therados is a pop-kill nation. Pop-kill nations are usually loathed. Underwater, they're hated even more because a lot of underwater provinces generate very little gold, at least certainly in my experience. In addition, we spawned at this end of the pond, and they spawned over here. What I noticed immediately is that there are 4 underwater provinces, 3 of which are kelp forests that are nominally richer, that I can't reach if he's taken his camp circle. That means, yet again, I'm going to have to go to war. This time, though, I'm going to prepare for it right from the beginning. My strategy this time is subtly different. I've taken an awake Pretender, because I know I'm going to war right away. I'm hoping he can stay put and research. Fast research is one of the things that Relay does well. If need be, he will also be able to expand. Maybe. My recruitment strategy is superficially similar, but with some subtle differences. I'm recruiting these net tritons that are both chaff and also potentially able to paralyze stuff just by virtue of having nets. I'm also recruiting mind blasters, but you'll notice I have no holy points left. That's because I'm recruiting the Gibbodai, which are 10 gold more expensive than the Gibboleth, but are sacred. Next turn, their upkeep will be 12 gold less, so I recoup that money immediately as long as they don't die, which I'm not intending for them to do, but as you know, my plans don't always go well. Next time, we'll look at some expansion, but always bearing in mind that we are going to war as soon as we can. That's all for now. Cheerio.